Hey guys, what's up? We are going to do NASCAR top 20 moments from the 2021 season. We're going to do 15 through 11. So here we go. At number 15, I have NASCAR's return to the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. And Kyle Larson wins 3 in a row. Guys, well, please hold on. Let me get this step where I can have it. Here you go. Here you guys go. As you see, NASCAR this year did return to Nashville for the first time in 37 years. And I was there in person, guys. I was at the Nashville Cup race. It was fun. Like I said, I was there in person. It was great.
As the other drivers are too. As a teammate, you don't like to get beaten by it, but you have to have confidence. You can learn what he's doing, learn how to
go
and take the fight to him. Marty.
Hey Jeff, you talked about those 3 second-place finishes. I was talking to Cliff Daniels about that, and he said he was kind of moping around the shop after second-place finishes.
Kyle Larson started on a hot streak this summer, winning 3 in a row. He also would do a 3 wins in a row later in the year, also in the playoffs. But NASCAR's return to Nashville was great. I set off turn 4 towards the entrance of pit road. It was great. We had a great view. I mean, the only part of this race I like the race. It was great. The only part of the race I didn't like was the fact that nobody could really run down Kyle Larson. But yeah. But I was so happy I got to go to the National Cup race.
They said this kid really loves you. And what did you see?
Kurt Busch is possibly running out of gas. The 11 car is on pit road.
So, Kyle Larson, yeah. Like I said, I was there in person, so it was a great experience in person to see.
Coming up now, 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank for Kyle Larson. 263 laps led already. This has got to be the most dominant performance we've seen out of Kyle Larson. Fuel was an issue. Overheating was an issue. He fixed the overheating problem. He has managed the fuel problem, and he's going to make it 3 wins in a row. Kyle Larson returns to Nashville Superspeedway a winner.
Good job, man. So proud of this team. So thankful for Valvoline. Thank you guys so much for coming aboard.
So yeah, number 15, Kyle Larson wins 3 in a row, and NASCAR's return to Nashville. At number 14, I have not the car that hasn't been the best at all. The best car all day hasn't won a race at Michigan, and that was the case for Ryan Blaney.
G'day, we're Atlassian, the creators of teamwork software like Jira, Trello.
So number 14, Ryan Blaney's Michigan win. The reason this is a moment because, if you guys may remember, as you guys may remember, Ryan Blaney, now Blaney didn't have the best car all day in this race. So, that means, but it didn't mean he did what it means best. He didn't do it till it was the right time to do it. The final restart, they go. Blaney only led like the last 8 laps of this race. So, but Blaney didn't have the best car at all in this race. I say the guys, of course, that had the best car in this race was Larson and Byron. But Blaney, all he led was the last 8 laps on that final restart. So this shows you don't. But this is an example of you don't have to have the best car in order to win, and that's what Blaney did.
Williams got some momentum. One last opportunity. Into 3 and 4. Blaney has the lead. Byron goes high. Blaney stays down down low.
Blaney drifts up the track. Here comes the run from the 24.
Ryan Blaney is going to hold him off. Byron dives to the bottom of the track. Blaney goes to block. Blaney's going to win at Michigan.
That was crazy.
So, yeah. The reason this is moment number 14, because, like I said, Blaney won the race. He didn't have the best car all day until that final restart. He picked the right time to lead. He only led like the last 8 laps, but it shows you that you don't have to have the best car in order to win a race, and that's what Blaney did right there at Michigan. So that's number 14. At number 13, I have Kyle Larson video games Denny Hamlin to win the Southern 500.
Truex Jr. running in the 4th spot.
Here you go. If you guys want to watch the finish, here we go.
Race started over 4 hours ago.
Now, if you guys may remember,
And now,
Kyle Larson did a video game move to win this race.
Close. I mean, you almost can't tell whether he's hit the wall or not. He's just running so close. And the closer he gets, the more side force it creates on that car.
So, yeah, Kyle Larson
Like if he were to move away from it,
did a good job trying to video game Danny Hamlin on the last time trying to win the Southern 500.
without touching it.
The lap times are so close, separated by less than 1/10 of a second. Coming up on the final lap.
So here we go. Watch the last lap, guys.
Oh my gosh.
There's 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Denny Hamlin, 1 1/3 miles away from his first win of 2021. A near-perfect race for Denny Hamlin. Entering the playoffs, he was second in the regular season.
Oh, here we go. You guys can see Kyle Larson try to do what he was supposed to do the very last lap.
Coming out for Larson. Larson up against the wall. It's a drag race to the checkered flag. Denny Hamlin's going to win it.
So, also, Danny Hamlin, this was also Danny Hamlin's first win of the year. Despite being winless all the regular season, Danny Hamlin did a good job holding off Kyle Larson, who had a great car throughout the regular season. But Kyle Larson, video game, in the very final turns of this race to try to win that race. And Danny Hamlin, who was actually really great throughout the regular season, despite never winning a race throughout the regular season, did a good job holding him off to get that win. So, that's moment number 13. Danny Hamlin holds off video gaming Kyle Larson to win the Southern 500. All right. At number 12, I have Ryan Blaney wins Atlanta. And you'll see why here in a minute. The reason this is a moment is because it's
code in the West.
now, guys, if you guys may watch. So you guys can see, this was kind of like Michigan. Blaney didn't have the best car all day. It was technically Larson who had the best car all day. Until the last few laps of the race. It's kind of like what Blaney did at Michigan. Didn't have the best car all day, but made it matter at the right time. So you guys can see, Blaney kept charging with Larson.
The 5 of Larson ran the top. Blaney still closed in on him.
All right, let's listen to Kyle Larson's spotter.
Blaney worked that high line perfectly right there.
Big time. Here he is.
You guys can go and see. Once we're down, here we go with 8 to go. And when you guys know, Blaney gets ahead of him. Blaney gets the lead. And like I said, he didn't have the best car all day. It was Larson. But this is yet of another example of, it doesn't mean you're the best car all day, doesn't mean you can't win. And that's what Blaney did right here at Atlanta.
And how it really fell off at the end. Needed some overall grip is what he said. You can see it right now.
And you saw right there, Logano moved off the racetrack to let his teammate and Kyle Larson go on by
Ryan Blaney leads for the 4th time today.
with 7 laps to go.
A few moments later.
Hold on.
But Jeff, he's been good all day.
Here you go, guys.
He's been great all day. But Blaney and that number 12 team, they had the 2nd fastest pit stop of the year. him the lead, and he's just been very, very consistent, and here he is.
That's why we race.
Yes.
We race every lap. It's never over till it's over, as we're proving right here again.
And if you're Kyle Larson, you're surrounded in Penske. He's got Ryan Blaney, both of Ryan Blaney's teammates right in between. Tough one to swallow if you're Kyle Larson. Dominated this race, only to get past. Decided to go. Very, very frustrating.
The sun pops back out for these final 2 laps.
Here we go.
14 cars on the lead lap. And here's your white flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. 3rd generation star. 27 years old from High Point, North Carolina. Won last June at Talladega. Previous best finish here, 4th.
Wow. Did not see this coming at all.
Ryan Blaney wins the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 in a...
So, yeah, so this was another example of, it doesn't mean you don't have the best car all day. Doesn't mean you can't win. That's what he did right here. It's the same thing with Michigan. He did the same thing at Michigan. He didn't have the best car all day and went on to win that race at the very end. And that's what he did here too at Atlanta. With less than 10 to go, he passed the car that was probably been the best all day, which has been Kyle Larson. He just passed Larson with like 8 to go. He passed. So yeah. So this is another another example of, you don't have to, it doesn't mean you don't have the best car of the race. Doesn't mean you can't win. And that's what he did right here at Atlanta. So that's number 12.
Shocker after Kyle Larson dominates the...
Okay. At number 11, we have 2 parts of this. Regular season final at Daytona.
21 tries to go
So guys,
9.
so here we go. So you guys can see, of course, Chase Elliott trying to win this race. Showing you another. This was another win for Ryan Blaney. So you guys can see, big one.
So much blocking, so much shoving. It just can't last but so long.
Well, I'll be honest, I've never seen it like this before. And it is because of where this race now is placed in the season.
So yeah. So the regular season final, right there. And we do have another video.
We needed a new home in a dry climate.
And with Realtor.com's draw and map time. Presented by
And here you go. So you guys see, regular season final, finish at Daytona at number 11.
Chris Buescher fighting for
Part
a spot
2.
in the playoffs. Austin Dillon right behind him pushing, also trying to get into the playoffs.
The inside line has a lot of organization that's going to push that 12.
So yeah. As you guys can see,
Well clear. Chris Buescher.
of course, this was another
choosing that
Ryan Blaney
outside
win.
line. Will that come back to bite him?
How clear does it get? Will it be clear enough for help to come to Corey LaJoie so he can make a move?
3 cars were able to clear. So the 4 of Kevin Harvick, Corey LaJoie in the 7. Ryan Blaney now out in front of the pack. Here comes Buescher on the inside again. And more pushing and shoving on that outside line.
Corey LaJoie looks like he had an opportunity right there to hang a left.
Buescher to the inside now. But Corey LaJoie in the back bumper, the 12 car, Ryan Blaney down the front straightaway, clears Blaney. They're side by side. Blaney gets pushed way out. The organization's on the outside.
As you guys can see,
Putting him 3 wide in the middle.
last lap, last shot to make the playoffs, and this was great. See, Harvick trying to get his first win of the year. That's what Harvick tried to do there, try to get his first win of the year.
Blaney out front. Suarez in the middle.
See, everybody's doing what they need to make the playoffs for the very last lap. And here's Suarez trying to maybe make the playoffs, and
He gets turned into the 4, and they go into the wall. The next flag will end the race.
and
The caution flag. Ryan Blaney
and of course Ryan Blaney won this race.
accident happens behind him.
Of course, Ryan Blaney won this race. This shows you if you play it just right, you can win. Which is what he did in all 3 of his wins this year. If you do it just right, you can win. And not have the best car at all. I mean, this was a super speedway. I mean, anyone could really win. So, as you guys can see, there's last lap. There's all the junk cars.
Kyle Larson is there. High-centered is the 3 of Austin Dillon.
So, there you go. Regular season final finish. And everybody giving it what they got on the very last lap. And Ryan Blaney wins the race. So, yeah. Alright, guys. Well, there's moments 15 through 11. I'll be back and we'll do 10 through 6 and here in another video. So, yep. Alright. Hope you guys enjoy moments 15 through 11. Thank you for watching.